Hi Gemini, thank you for joining me here. This is gonna be your free flowing intuitive reading, my friend. So please take it as a resonance, okay? So, Gemini, your first card we got this Alchemist. Can you see? Um, while you are looking at this card, the message I'm getting that Gemini, that you are there is a there is a sense of class. What do you mean by class? There is a sense of, like, the way you are coming off, the way you want to come off has this classic demeanor that nothing to do with money or uh, status, prestige. It is the classic, almost like there is a sense of gracefulness, sense of um, some kind of, you know like 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 there is a, like, you want to embody the knowledge that you know that you have got, that you think that your ancestors or your family line or some, it's embedded. Not necessarily it has been seen in your family, immediate family, in your parents or something like that, but you feel that you are coming from a root of family, a root of some kind of, root of being, and you are kind of emitting that ancestral classic. What is classic? Classic means that has no age. The classic style has surpassed the limitation of age and limitation of time that we impose as a society to block time in a in the form of era, in the form of generation, in the form of, style. Classic is something that has surpasses all those kind of boundaries and created and harmonized with themselves. That is what classic. Like, you can wear a simple, like a plain simple, like black thing that like, let's say a simple black t-shirt, but you can still appear like very classy. So class is nothing to do with your ornament or this ornamentation that we kind of surround ourselves with. It has something to do with that when you have this alignment and peace and trust with your roots, with your, or rootlessness, like something that you have cultivated within yourself as a part of you, and you are harmonizing with that energy. So you are kind of appearing in that way, but there is also, but there is a boldness that coming with it. If you really look at this big, you can see that there is a lot of exposure of body that supposedly needs to be covered. So there is, like, I'm getting that this sense, like, even if, like, there is no vulgarity in that, those showing of body is not vulgar. It's not something, oh, feel like, oh, nudity, oh, like that kind of thing. It's not that, because there is a classiness, but at the same time you are not hesitating to do what you feel like best express yourself. you know like, let's say you are Gemini, so let's be frank here, okay? If you like connecting with multiple people, and there is nothing absolutely beautiful. I don't know why we think like connection is always like something promiscuity, and like all these things, like, like you are being wild in your way. The wildness, that best way to, like express yourself, and you are not hesitating. Maybe before you are like, okay, I'm not gonna, you are kind of taming your sexuality, And when I say sexuality, it doesn't mean that you are going to go and have sex with a bunch of people. Sexuality means that you are expressing your sacral chakra, you are expressing where you feel the passion. And that can come out with like you are having a soul to soul conversation with someone for an entire afternoon. That is sexuality. Maybe you are sexuality is like you are just wild in the, like you are going into the river and completely throwing your clothes off and completely immersing yourself into the water and really enjoying the setting sun as you are into the water, and coldness that kind of pouring over your skin. And that is sexuality, because all these things, all this interaction that you are doing with the environment, you are bringing a self of you that is truly aligning with your desire in that moment. So that is sexuality. So that's what I mean by that. This is like you are trying to bring, like, yeah, and that doesn't mean that, oh, I'm gonna be bold and I'm gonna be this and that, I have to prove to the society, so I'm just gonna, like take off all my clothes and challenge people that, oh, look at this body means this, body means that, all the time. This kind of act up kind of attitude, that we often see in our society, nowadays. Like a revolt means that you have to annoy people. It's like not like that. That's why I said that there is like a demeanor of classicism there. So you are like, in order for me to be me or express myself in my true sexuality way, I don't have to announce myself different, or I don't have to announce and put pressure or put some kind of emphasis on my appearance or my attitude in order to prove something to somebody. Those kind of things often comes from this sense of insecurity and sense of like they're looking for validation, and that's a phase that we go through. But here what you are trying to do, you are just simply wanna be. You are just simply wanna be. You are not trying to prove anything, you are not trying to seek anything, you are just simply wanna be. And that, and your way of being is combination of some kind, like combination of rawness with classicism. So that's what I'm getting here. So I hope it makes sense. And this is 27 broken down to 9, and 9 is the Piscean energy. To encompass 9 is numerologically and scientifically also in mathematical 9, in like any, like 9, like I'm not a math person, but I know this much, that 9 contains all the numbers. Like if you divide numbers, if you know how to divide numbers, 9 encompass all the numbers. All the numbers, if you combine, it always comes down to 9. In a way, like you have to simplify it, of course. The simplification of all the numbers come down to 9, and that is the Piscean energy. So cumulative, no, that's not the, I don't know the word. It's like a more of a, that's the energy. It's like a being, just to be being, not any agenda, being the truest form that you can feel, like you can be, okay, I think you got my point. Okay, so we're moving on to the next one is Pook. The Pook is like, they look at this energy. Look at this energy. It's like, again, this six is all for me. It's like, not for me actually. In Kabbalah, 6 is the connection of heart, connection to our passion, connection to our like soul. And so because 6 is the chakra that connects our lower chakra with our upper chakra. So this is the connectivity. 6 is the bridge. And so what's happening here, I feel like that you don't know, as you are being into this alchemist energy, oftentimes you may find yourself that you do not have a clear cut definition of yourself. That may come across to your mind that, oh, maybe I am losing a sense of myself, maybe I am immature because I don't know, like, because there is this pressure all the time to define ourselves in a very concrete way that can, you are, like, more, you are finding yourself that most of the time you feel like that you don't know how tomorrow gonna be, literally. Like, maybe you know that you are going to wake up, you are going to go to work, or you are going to go to school, or you are going to not going to go to school. You may know your routine or your series of activities in a some to some extent, but you feel like that there is a your inner being, like who you want to express tomorrow. Like, as I'm saying, that you are very much right now in the expression of self. Tomorrow you may feel like completely different way. You may feel like that you don't want to be bold tomorrow. You want to be completely want to express yourself. Maybe you will feel like that you are going to be express yourself in a completely kind of more of a introvert, docile, submissive way. And it's not that you are planning, oh, tomorrow gonna be my submissive day. That's the thing with the book. You don't know, because why you don't know, because tomorrow hasn't come yet. And when you are being for being, when you are being to be being, you don't know, you don't plan, because plan doesn't work, because then you don't know how you are going to interact with the nature, you are going to interact with your circumstances, you are going to interact with your environment, and all these things going to have an impact on you, and that's going to bring out the expression that you will be feeling true to yourself. So until unless those things happens, you don't know who you're gonna be. So there is that kind of unpredictability. There is that kind of unpredictability. But with the sixth number here, I feel like that there is an acceptance of this unpredictability. You are okay to be an alien to yourself, to be a stranger to yourself, to be a subject of exploration to yourself. You are okay to be that. So there is that kind of energy here. And as you are kind of delving into that energy, look at this, is the she the kruag. It's like five, that you are attracting an immense amount of change within yourself, but this change is so harmonical with yourself, because you most of the time change comes with pain, because change come change comes with shake, like a shake, like anything that we are, like, change come with departing and arriving. We are departing from a point to an arriving. That is what change is nothing but this transportation, right? This distance, traveling the distance, that is change. You are departing from one point to arriving to another point. And maybe these both point are coinciding with the same space, but they are having different aura or tone or mood to it, so it feels like a change, even though maybe technically, physically, there is no movement, because point A and point B are coinciding with each other. So, like, anyway, I'm not gonna get too technical, because I don't want to lose your attention here. I I want you to understand me, so that's why I'm, like, so, she the crag, this changes is happening to you, but it doesn't feel overwhelming. It does not feel overwhelming. It does not feel like that something is shaking. It does not feel like tower. It feels more of a, like, like opening of a bird, like a flower bud. It's like almost like this. Look at this. If you I'm holding this image in front of you, because I want you to look at these images while I'm talking, because it's not that, when you look at something, when you give that intensity and devotion to that look also look back at you. And when that look back at you, you get information, you get reflection, because then this card is not just a card of tarot, it's a mirror. But in order to turn any object into a mirror, you need to have that, you need to first in you know charge that object with your look, so that it can look back at you. So anyway, so look at this image while I'm talking to you. It's like it feels like something. It's like a bird, like the flower bird is opening up one by one, the petal is coming, opening up. So it's not a painful, it doesn't feel like, oh my god, what's gonna happen, I'm losing my budhood and getting into full blown flowerhood. No, it's like it feels like, oh my god, air is coming. Oh my god, I'm seeing the sun is, oh, I never seen that sun. It's like kind of open up. I always felt that warmth, but it was always covered with this bud. Now this opening up. Oh, there is the bee that humming around me. Oh, there is this, look at this yellow flower just to the other branch of the tree. It's like that kind of thing. It's like almost like everything is kind of opening up. It's like that kind of energy, that you are getting, because there is a sense of acceptance of spontaneity here. And then we get this piper, and again 24 broken down to 6. Again, the heart chakra is speaking to you, and it is speaking directly from your heart. If you are right now, you feel like, if you are calling somebody, if you are like calling in somebody, if you wanna manifest love, if you wanna manifest your dream, if you wanna manifest your harmony with people that once you fought, maybe there is like, maybe you lost connection with your family, with sister, or your friends, your old friend or new friends, like all these things, all this connection that has something to do with our heart, our emotion, our sensitivity. This is the perfect time you can reconcile with all of this. It doesn't mean that you are going to call each of them and have a go through this kind of um 12-step program. It's not like that. It's like you, like any kind of blockage in terms of heart, any kind of, oh, they did bad and 12 years ago, but I still feel like pinched by it, like those kind of things. It's gonna, there is a, because there is a flow going on, so it's gonna, there is like a, this is a perfect time for creativity as well. Gemini, this is a perfect time for creativity. In it's like there is a lot of harmony gonna come. Like if you feel like, if you this is a perfect time to manifest love as well. Perfect time to manifest love as well for you, because you are tuning up with your heart chakra. This is the peak, this is the peak of your tuning up, peak of you tuning up with your heart chakra. And because the 2 6 back to back, like, and it's like this is the perfect time. Like if you feel like that you want to manifest something which has something to do with like something to do with your desire, something to do with your soul connection, something to do with your soul food, like those kind of things, like that not soul food means soul food literally, like the food that kind of feed your soul. This is the perfect time to open up to that avenue right now, because you are calling in a sense of very, very, it's like almost like a bringing together. You are bringing people together, you are connecting with your environment in a much more loving way. Like, let's say every day you go to work, you feel like, oh my god, you are like this frowning, you're like, oh, I'm gonna go late, I need to drive fast, only I need to, that kind of. And but now, if you just pay attention when you go to work, maybe you are not thinking about all these things. Maybe you are more, I don't know, you are tuning up with your environment more naturally, let's say, in that way. So it's not really, so that's why I'm saying this is a perfect time for manifest any kind of heart related emotion, sensitivity, passion, desire related things. And as you are doing this, look at this, we got this journeyman. This is a Sagittarius card for me, but oh my god, I did not notice that. 15 again, 6 triple 6 666. It's a in like 666. What's the number? 666 is satanic number. I know 333 is angel number. 666 is satanic number, right? this is beautiful. It just I could be wrong. um Please leave a comment if you know what 666 number, if it is satanic or not, um, if you want to, of course. So it's like, I really feel like you are connecting some dots, and that is surpassing you from a lot of blockage in your life. Lot of blockage. There is a flow. There is a flow of heart chakra here. There is a flow of heart chakra, and this is like a Sagittarian card. I feel like now you are really like, let's say you had this dream that you want this love, and you want this you want to connect with somebody with such a profound way that your passion and soul is being fed. If you are longing for that, if you are longing for work or craftsmanship that gives you this boost every day to be a better person, to shine, to do something that gonna bring harmony and peace, connectivity, curiosity among people, like those kind of big ambition, if you had, but you never really felt like it's clicking. This is the time that you are going for this big ambition, because it's not because you are going for it, because the ambition is taking you there, because you are ready. You are ready. If you are not vibing with right now, it's coming to you, like, like it's like there is this, you are taking this, you can take on all this lofty ambition that once you thought is just a dream, and can make it into a reality in this, like, starting from now. There is a possibility, there is, the gate is opening, the journeyman, you are ready to step out and do something that has been charging your desire and passion, but it's kind of subdued because you did not feel that you have the resources, capability, or talent to do that. So there is a big I would say, like, leap of faith. Not even leap of faith, this is not leap of faith, this is not just, oh, I'm gonna see what's gonna happen. This action is flowing within, by knowing that you are ready, because you can feel all this energy in your body, even though you may not be. If somebody asks you, oh, like, why do you feel you ready? Do you have this much amount of money? Do you have that many degrees? Do you have this resources, that resources? You will feel like, you know what, why don't you put your 3D blah 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 to yourself and let me feel what I feel, and I know where I'm going, because I am going there. I am charged with this knowledge that is coming from within, and it's making me aware of myself, and I won't be able to transfer that knowledge to you because you are not understanding, you are not vibing on that frequency. And no matter how much I tell you that why I feel ready, you will question me with your material conundrum and try to put me down. So there is, like, you may not even talk to people, because people will not understand until and unless they understand the inner knowing, the concept of inner knowing, and how inner knowing fuel people to achieve the ultimate thing they have achieved. If you have noticed, like, I love watching interviews, especially old interviews, like people, like, it doesn't have to be famous people, like any people, like it could be underground people, underdog people, but interview, I love that when they really open up to even the interview kind of setup. But I can catch their voice model, like how they speak, even if they're in a studio interview, questions are scripted, answers are scripted, but their body language, the voice, especially old interviews, there is a certain sense of authenticity you can find in those. So I have noticed that every people that make any kind of ripple in our society, you will find that all of them were led by their inner knowing. If you ask them that why did you feel that, oh, be like, like you are this like um I don't know, roadies kind of from this block in UK, and all of a sudden you became this, like, I'm talking about David Bowie, like, who would have thought? Who would have thought, like, it's like I really love him, and it's like it's not that, oh, they did not even go went through all this laborious musical training or anything like that. Something just told them that they can do, and they believed in that. That is the thing. Like, it's like, and if that, if David, like, let's say, I'm just giving you David Bowie. Of course there's so many other artists who might not have achieved that kind of fame, but they are much more talented than him. And I'm just giving you this example, maybe because it's many people who know him. It's like it's like if you he was asked in the beginning, oh, how what do you think that you can compete with Rolling Stone and Mick Jagger or whosoever were famous at the time, and he would, oh, you don't have any training and this and that, you just a boy from this neighborhood lost one of his eye in a fight, and you think that you can make it big, or you have some talent in music, people gonna come and visit you and listen to you. And he could not have answered any of those questions, because all of those answers were empty at the time in our material standard. But all those answers were very much prominent in him, because he was fooled by this inner knowing. That's what I'm trying to talk about here. He is like, you are the ambition that felt once that too lofty, too big, but now it felt like that you are ready to take that step to. It's like you don't even have to convince yourself, you don't have to have a proof and foolproof, like a blueprint in order to, okay, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. No, it's just a flowing. It's a very Sagittarian energy here. And look at this, as you are moving through again this, I don't know, I really don't know. Oh, this is the um no, this is not the Oakman. I really don't know how to read it. It's so cursive that I cannot read it. But I know the energy here. The energy is like that. As you are going, you are like, oh my god, what is going on? I did not see 42 broken down to 6. 6, 6, 6, 6. This is um this is big, Gemini. This is big. Try to get in the vibe of 6 energy. If you don't know much of 6 energy, try to get into that energy more and more. It will really help you. It will really help you. And I'm really feeling like that there is, like, you are no matter how, whichever way you are going, you are not forgetting your past. Again, I'm going back to the first one. You are not forgetting your root. And what I mean by root, it doesn't mean that, oh, my parent went to do Thanksgiving every year, that means I need to do Thanksgiving every year and go to my family and eat lasagna. It's not, that's not root I'm talking about. I'm talking about root that you feel, that has been running your family for 1,000 years, that has been a character, a invisible character. May not be many people in your family are carrying forward that, because they just don't pay attention to that, but you are carrying that. It doesn't have to do family tradition or something. This is not something tradition wise. This is root, is something that is underneath, that cannot be seen, but has all the resources to feed the entire tree so that it can grow. It's not something that tradition, like, oh, my my mom does painting, so I'm gonna be doing painting. My mom does read poems every Sunday in a local poetry club, so I need to carry forward the tradition. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about you are very much, your heart is lining up with some kind of root that is much more buried, but it has the strong essence, and you have figured that essence out because you feel it. It may be, you may not be even be able to explain it in words like what is that root, but you feel it. You feel that there is a thread line that running through you. It's not all fragmented and separated. There is a, you feel a thread is running through generation after generation, time after time, and it is within you, and it is not just floating somewhere. So there is that kind of, and more you are like, okay, this is, and it's giving you a sense of solid groundedness as well. It giving you a sense of groundedness to understand, okay, you are gaining more confidence in yourself. You are finding it faster, like finding it that you are making decision faster than before. You are not as confused as before. Like let's say you are given three option of what kind of work you want to do, and you are able to pick which one is lining up with you much more quickly than before. Maybe before you would be so confused, like, okay, I'm gonna try this, let me do this for 3 months, and then I'm gonna move it to that, I'm gonna try all of this because I don't know which one. And then it's like time consuming. You are like letting go of time. Yes, you are experiencing a lot of things, but you are not invested, so those experiences doesn't stick. And when the experience doesn't stick, it does not form memory. When it does not form memory, it does not go to our cognitive brain and in cognitive brain, and then it just floats around in the galaxy without giving us anything from those moments. So that's why it feels like later on in life, oh my god, I wasted my 20s. Did you really waste? No, you did experience, but nothing sticks, so you really have nothing to reflect on, nothing to grow from. So it feels like wasting, even though you are experiencing those moments. So, but this, because you are kind of, this thread is going, so you feel like you are making decision faster. You feel like that there is some sense of self is realized within you. And as you are feeling that, look at this, what you are ended up with. We are ended up with this solus. This is a very Cancerian energy. It's like you are really being a strong sense of power within yourself. But the Cancer is all about root. Cancer is all about home. And what I mean by home, it's not mean that, oh, I'm not gonna leave my home because I wanna be this homebody because that's where my identity is. No, don't take things literally. These are soul based energy. Like, you don't have to stick with your nursery, like where you grew up, in order to feel that you have roots. You can go far, far away, but you can still have the roots so potent that people who are living in their hometown for their 50 years may not have that realize that root. It's like all about realization. It's like a deeper realization, and this is like that kind of, like it's coming from that root. Like, you are coming from that sense of self, and this sense of self is not based on this kind of fake ego that we imposed on ourselves. This is more based on who you truly, truly, truly want to be. And that doesn't mean that you are planning, oh, I want to be this, I want to be that. This is all coming to you because this energy is within you. You are just right now being this petal and kind of blooming and opening up that petal and seeing everything. Your potential is within yourself. Anyway, so I'm not gonna go to that, but anyway, so this is like a sunset. This is a good time for you are good with, you are feeling confident. This is a good time to really manifest love or anything that has to do with desire, passion, your raw sexuality. This is a good time to, like, really, if you want to open up something, if you want to do something career wise, this is really, really lot of multiple opportunities can open up because of this energy. So this is a very nice time for you to really invest in yourself, not fake egoist self, but in yourself. When you know that knowledge is coming from within, even though you cannot prove that to anybody, even to your conscious mind. All right, Gemini, I hope you get something out of it, and I will talk to you next time. Okay, take care. Bye bye.